Hi everyone, here's a quick video to show you how to connect Google with Make. I will guide you step by step on how to set it up. One important suggestion, instead of using your personal Gmail account, I recommend using a Google Workspace business account like this and it followed by your name at yourdomain.com rather than a personal Gmail account. This is because personal Gmail account require reauthentication every week, which can be frustrating, so it's fine for testing. And on the other hand, a business account only need authentication once a year and support all apps, right? The Gmail, Google Calendar, Drive, Meet, everything. So now let's get started. For this demonstration, I will using my another personal Gmail account. So first comes to your make and this is your organization. So create a new scenario here and here you can choose any Google module. So I choose for let's say Gmail, right? So you can choose and create a draft or any module. Then when you come first time come here, you see an option for create a connection, right? I already have some connection, so I can select it. Or if you want to add a new connection, you can simply come here, add here, and here you need to change your connection name. So most of the time, and it's a good activity to write your email address that you want to connect, right? So you know the connection. And before click on this sign with Google, we need to set up our Google Workspace and enable some API and permissions. So for this, open a new tab and right here Google GCP. Open the first link here, and here you need to come here for the console, right? But before this, make sure you have the same email address, right? I have the same email address, so if you don't have, you can change it, right? And then go to the console first, and here you can see this screen, right? I already have some project here. If you don't have any project, you come here and you can simply select a new project. Here you first need the project name, so write your project name, make NCA connection. I use this name, and so I don't have any organization, so no organization, and create it. On the right side, you can see we create the project for us. Once it create the project, we can simply select the project, and now you can see here this is your new connection project, right? When you click it, you can see this is a mark on this is newly project. So after the creating the project, first thing we need to enable some API. Simply come here, enable API and services. So you need to enable API for all the services you needed for your connection, right? So we need for Gmail API, so we can use the Gmail module, search Gmail API, enable this API from here. And also with this, when you click on this guide, here is a guide for us from mates, and so we can understand what we need to do at each step, right? So right now we are on this step where we need to enable our APIs. So Google API, Gmail API is enable. Then we need Google Drive API. So select Google Drive API, enable this as well. So enable this. So for in this video, I enable all the API that we used in our make mostly. So you can see here we need Google Calendar API, and we need Google Doc API, right? So you can select all the API that you needed to work on with your make connection, right? So I think one more thing is Google Sheet. So these are the modules we use mostly. If you need more software, more apps, you can use you can enable those API as well. So first thing we need to enable all the API that we needed. So we enable all the API. The second thing we need to do is come to this auth consent screen, and here we need to create it. So get started. Here you need to write your app name. So I write make connection, and here you need to write your own email that you want to add a connection. So I write the email. Next, and here for audience we need to select the external option, then select next, and here you need to write the same email again for your contact information, and next, and here you need to finish and continue and create it. Once it create the auth screen for you, you come to this page, right? And first you need to create your auth client here. Choose the application type is web application, and this is your client name. So like just rename it make NCA, and here you need to add authorized redirect URL, and this is important. So once you come here, we have this redirect URL, right? So copy from here, add here, and we need three more URL here. So first is Google restricted, and second we want is Google. So we can use the Google related all the products. Then third we need redirect for YouTube as well. So we can add this URL here. And lastly, we needed for general apps, right? So we can use other app as well. So yeah, so basically we need 4 URL here to do all the work, and I also attach those URL in the resource page in this school module. Then create it. Once you create it, and here comes to go to branding, and here when you see, here we need to add an authorized domain, right? So come here, we need 2 domains here. So when you come to this page, and we need to add those 2 domain, right? integromo.com and make.com. So come here and paste integromo.com, and here is make.com. So we need to add those authorized domain here, and deploy contact info, this is your email. Save it. Now its branding is complete. Go to the audience. So here you need to take care of this. If you press this button for publish app, it goes to the verification, and that is very complicated, so avoid it. And simply come here, add a user, right? This is important if you want to access your Gmail in a Mac, right? So add a user, and here you need to write the same email you want to connect, right? So without verification, we use, this is a test user, right? So this is the way we need to do. You can save it here and save it again, right? You need to press the 2 times here, and once you press, you can see this is a user who is a test user in our workspace, and that's how we can use this workspace for our test, right? And user type external, then go to the client, and go to the client, and this is the thing we do it later. So you can come here, and you can see we have the client ID and the client secret. These 2 things are we needed, right? So when you go to the make, you can go to the so advanced setting, open it. We need to write these client ID and client secret, right? But the work is not completed here because we need to add the scopes, right? So comes to this data access here, and here we need to add or remove scopes, right? So simply come here and first search for Gmail API. So you can see here there are all the scopes related to Gmail, right? So carefully select all the scope for Gmail and update it, right? So you can see all the Gmail related scopes updated here, right? The second thing we need to do the same thing for Google Drive, right? Now you can have the all the scopes for Google Drive, select all and update this as well, right? Third thing, we need to Google Calendar, right? So these are all the scope that you needed to work with your make, right? So you need to add carefully all the scopes for all the service you want to use. So we're done with Google Gmail, Google Doc. So let's find for it. Select this as well, update it, and lastly, I think we Google Sheet, right? So select this as well and update it. So this is very important. You need to select all the scopes related to the service you want to use, right? If you don't do this, it's not work, right? So simply come here and save it. Data exchange saved, and now everything is work fine for you. And we don't want to verify this because we don't go to the complex verification process. So now come to the client here, click on the Mac NCA, so it open for you. Now we enable all the APIs, we add all the scopes, and also we done everything for authorized URL and authorized domain, everything, right? So you need to simply come here, copy this client ID, and here in your make, paste the client ID here, then copy the client secret as well from here, go to here, paste the client secret here, and now you need to sign in with Google, right? Click on it. Now you can select the same Gmail account that you want to use, right? Select it on, and this is, you can see Google has not verified this app right now because we don't verify it, yes. But if you remember, we add ourselves as a test user, so we can use this connection. So simply click on the continue and continue. Here you need to select this checkbox and continue it again. Click enable, and once you've done it, now if you want, so here is finally, you can see we successfully add our Google connection to make, right? You can see this is our newly connection, and we can use this module, right? And after this, you can use any module again, right? If you want to create a folder, simply come here, choose an account, continue, sign with your account, continue, and continue, right? You can see it already linked with this connection, right? So that's how you need to do to make a connection with your Google. If you have any question, if you have any issue, let me know. Hope guys this video helps you. Thanks for watching.